وقل اعملوا فسيرى الله عملكم ورسوله والمؤمنون وستردون إلى عالم الغيب والشهادة فينبئكم بما كنتم تعملون.
Assalamu alaikum. Okay, so before we start, this is me. Hi to all of you. Welcome to the online revision for English for grade 10. Tomorrow we have a test, so I wish you, starting from now, good luck. We will start our session with a quick revision of the tenses, future tenses. We will hit this. Okay. Alright, it's clear. Thank you so much for that. Again, so welcome everybody to this online training revision. So we will talk about two things in the PowerPoint. We'll be talking about future tenses and the phrasal verbs. After we finish with this, I will tell you about some tips about how to write your plans and how to put all of the stuff you're talking about in the plan into your essay. All right? So let's get started with the first one, which is the simple future. The tense is I will, and the future progressive, I will be plus verb plus ing. So I know that you all know this stuff, but we're going to just do a couple of exercises about it. So this is the exercise number 1. This is exercise number 2. I will give you some time, and then I will be giving you the voice get laggy a bit. Okay, we will fix that issue in a minute. Okay, so before we start, will and will be working. When do we use will and when do we use will plus be plus working? So without me reading whatever you see now, I'm going to tell you my idea. So when do we use the future progressive? We use the future progressive when we have an extended action in the future. If you're going to spend the time in the future doing something, we need to use the progressive tense. Alright? If we're going to talk about our something in the future that it's not clear, it's easy if we use the will form of the future or the simple future. As you can see here, can you scroll down? Alright, so there are 3 basic uses of future progressive. As you can read here, I'll give you some time to read it. If you have any question, you can type it. I will read it and I will answer you about it. So future progressive, I'll quickly read it for you. We use it to emphasize actions that will be in progress in the near or distant future. Okay, then we use it in the progressive form. Can you turn up your voice, please? Okay. And lastly, we use the future progressive like the present progressive, but for planned action. We cannot plan stuff and we say we will be doing that stuff. We will say we'll be spending some time, spending the winter in Australia, or I will be revising for the exam in the coming hours. Okay. I know that this is basic for you, but it's okay, guys. So let's get into the exercises. It's just a comparison between simple future and present and simple and future progressive. I'll give you some time to do this exercise. Again, if you have any question, please write it down for me. In Arabic, in English, feel free to write in any language you like. Okay. So for this exercise, you will just use one of these forms, either will plus verb or will plus be plus verb plus ing. Alright, so I will give you just a couple of minutes and then we will share the answers together. Just spend some time, look at the sentence, think of the answer, and tell me what do you think the answers can be. I know that you cannot talk to me, but as if we're talking together, okay? Just think about the answer. So the first sentence, sit down, it's given the answer, sit down and fasten your seatbelt. We will take off in few minutes. So who can tell me about the second, third, and up to the 10th? Will you go? Will you go? When will you go to the bank to draw some money? Are you sure, MBK? You will go. We have a question, so we need to invert. When we will go? We need to invert, guys. We need to invert. Will you go? Okay, so you know what? Just take some time, think about it, and then I will share the answers. Alright, guys. Okay, Shadow, I heard that. Will you go? Okay. Whenever you're done, just type me. We will go to the answers. But please, take your time. It's a good practice for you. Alright, let's me... You okay, Shadow. You ate some apple, that's good. Only question 2 of Newton. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, so let's go to the answers now. I know that you are eager to know your answers. So the first one, sit down, it's we will take off. That's easy. The second one, when will be taken off, or when will take off to the bank to draw some money. Alright? Please type me anything if you do not understand. Where is the answer, teacher? Where is the answer, teacher? Okay, so the answers are supposed to be here. I'm not going to think there's a typing mistake. Anyway, so when will you go? When will you go? So I'll type the answers for you. When will you go? Excuse my mistake in the PowerPoint. So when will you go to the bank to draw some money? Number 3, do you think you still work here in 5 years? Do you think you, is it will or will be working? Do you think you will still work in 5 years? So we have an extended period of time. Will still be working. Exactly, Hadi. Thank you for that. Number 4, they sail from Dover, not Folkestone. So this is easy. This is easy. They planned already. They planned already. They programmed already. They have their own program. So we'll be sailing. Thank you, Hadi, again. So the president, the prime minister, before flying back home, so meet, will be only, guys, what did we say? Either will or will be plus verb plus ing. Yosef, make it correct. Will ing, yes, will be meeting. That's correct. Thank you, Shadow, for that. Will be meeting, not will be going. Will be meeting. Thank you. So that's for number 5. For number 6, so you're stopping off in Dubai on your way to Beijing. How long? There. So not meeting. Shadow, meeting. So how long? And you stay. Again, it's an extended period of time in the future. For this, you would stay? Really? How long you would stay? Again, we're talking about what? An extended period of time. Thank you, Yazan. Thank you, Yazan, for that. So, how long will you, Yazan, not you will. How long will you be staying there? Will, let me type it for you. Will you be staying Will you be staying? Okay, thank you. Number 7, we, the verb is drive to London next Monday morning. So, we to London next morning, drive. We will drive to London next morning. We'll be driving. We will spend time to drive to London. Imagine yourself living in Doha and going to drive to London. So, you will spend some time. Thank you. Who got it first? MBK. Thank you for that. Number 8. By this time next year, I write my memories. By this time, I will not spend like 1 minute in writing my memories. I will spend some time. So I will be writing my memory. Okay, that's good. Who said it? Okay, thank you, Taib. And lastly, I don't think him tonight. I think this is the easiest one. I don't think him tonight. Same as here. Okay, I will see. Yusuf, I will see. Okay. Let me see if all of you got the correct answers. Let's wait for Yusuf. We'll see as an okay. We'll have wrote. MBK. We're talking only about simple or progressive. Shadow. Would meet. Would meet. I don't think so. Okay. So Hadi, Yusuf, yes. We'll be seeing him. Okay. So is it will see him or will be seeing him tonight? We are in question number 10, the last one. We did not cover number 9. So let's go back to 9. In 5 years' time, a permanent space station, the moon. So this one is easy. So number 10, we said we'll be seeing him tonight. Number 9. Oh, yes, number 9. Will be. If you're going to use will be, circle needs to have an ing in the end. Will circle. So, ing, yes, ing. Exactly. So again, this is a planned action in the future that will have some time. And for this, we need to use will plus be plus ing. And that's for the future progressive. If you take an action, if that action will take some amount of time in the future, we need to be using future progressive. That is will plus be plus verb plus ing. Alright? Okay. That's good. Okay, Azan. So we need to use ing in the future and it's still having an ed for something that stopped. So what did he say? In 5 years' time, a permanent space station, the moon. We don't have to use something that stopped ing. Again, if you have an action in the future and it will take some time in the future, we will be using future progressive. Like now, we will be studying English for at least 1 hour. Okay, this action will take some time in the future. And this is why we need to use the future progressive. Alright? No, I got a better one. We'll be studying. Okay. You want me to shout? Is it clear now? Tell me if it's clear. Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay, guys. So we still have another activity. Let's move on quickly. We still have another activity. So this activity, the same one, but we have a dialogue, sort of dialogue. So don't mind the photo or the picture in here. Just look at the dialogue and try to guess which tense you need to use. We will be studying for 2 hours. You're going to study for you'll be studying for the entire night. I'm going to teach you for 1 hour. So let's move on. We have this activity. It's the same thing, the same concept. We're going to talk about simple future or future progressive. I know that. I know that. It's just a revision. It's not a lesson. It's just a revision. Okay? I know, Shadow. So, do you want me to give you some time to take a look at this activity, or should we hit it together? No, I don't think so. Okay, it's your call. So let's move on to the answer. So this is our activity. Megan will say, so you're off on holiday tomorrow. How exciting. What time will you be leaving? This one is given for you. It's easy. But Sue will answer, we, the house at 6 a.m. We will leave. We will be leaving. We will leave the house. What did we say about questions? What did we say about questions? Will you be leaving? What did we say about answers? Will be leaving. Again, guys, if you write like this, it's okay. If you write the apostrophe double L, it's okay. If you write the will, the full will, it's up to you. Okay. And again, in the exam, try to write nicely. ing in the second, because firstly we have the ing in the first question, and we're going to take some time to leave. Meg, what will Meg say? So 6 a.m. Why so early? You don't have to check until 9:45. You at the airport terribly early. You will be arriving. Lol is not the answer. Will arrive. You'll arrive. It won't take time. So by 9:45, you'll be at the airport. So, Sue, I know, but the airport is very busy at this time of the year, and we want to avoid the rush. We check in as quickly as we can. That's wrong. What's wrong? What exactly is wrong? Tell me. We'll check in. Let me check the answers. We'll check in. That's correct. Abdallah, I'm waiting for you. So then we have breakfast at the cafeteria. Breakfast at the cafeteria. We'll have. That's correct. I'm sure that's wise of you. Imagine by this time tomorrow evening you lie on the beach. It's on the beach. You will lie on the beach. Okay. What did we say? We'll be lying. 10, 7, 1. Thank you for that. We'll be lying. Yes. No ED. No ED. We're talking about the future. Forget the ED. There's no ED unless you're talking about the future perfect. Okay, Shadow? Exactly. Sue will say, well, what is it? Okay, and I do the ironing or something. I'll be doing. I'm sorry, I did not wait you for this. Yes, we'll be doing. Exactly, guys. I have 20 attendees. I like to see 20 answers. Please participate. This is good for you. Even if your name is Shadow, please participate. So, then, Sue, I hope you're right. I hope we not still around at the airport. You never know these days. Not sit around. Don't. Again, we're talking about the future, not don't sit. Future tenses. We will be in what? We will be in sitting. No. Won't be sitting. What do you think? Won't sit. Don't forget to write the apostrophe. It's important. It's not now. The exam. Don't forget to write the apostrophe. Won't be sitting. Okay, let's see. Let's see who got it. We won't be sitting around. Shadow, you missed your chance. So we won't be sitting around. At the airport, you never know these days. So again, feel free to go back to this video again and check do the exercise on your own and know the answers. Thank you for that, Walid. Alright, so let's move on to the future perfect, simple and future perfect progressive. Now we covered this in class, we covered in the past hour. Now the future perfect simple and the future perfect progressive are two different stuff. Why is that? Yes, Al-Bahlawan, what's your problem? Write me please. Guys, I don't like to see this again. Okay, well, so future perfect. The future perfect, we use it in a sentence when we have two actions in the future, but one of them is before the other. So again, the future perfect, we can call him the past of the future. The past of the future. If we have a sentence and we have two actions, the last one, okay, the one that happens before the other one will be in the future perfect. Alright? Guys, just a note for all of you before we continue. Just a note for all of you. Well, if you're lost, please write your questions. I will answer you. For the others, if you're lost, again, write your question. I will answer you. And for Wa'al, we don't use those words in our chat in our school. You know that. So don't make me remind you again. Just the last part. So we're talking about the future perfect. Again, future perfect is the past of the future. If we have a sentence, okay, one verb will happen before the other verb. That verb, we will use it in the future perfect. Okay? And now we will take some examples. Okay? We will take some examples. Now, how we write the future perfect? We use future perfect continuous to emphasize the duration of an action, yes, but we use the future perfect, not the future perfect continuous, the future perfect simple as a past for another verb or action in the future. Alright, so I will give you some minutes, like a minute or so, to read the definitions and then move on to the actual exercises. So future perfect simple, we use it whenever we see the word by. When we see the word by, automatically you will write your verb with the future perfect simple. Just keep this in mind. It can't be easier than that. Right? The future perfect progressive, we're talking about an action. Again, progressive means something that stayed for a long period of time in the future. Okay, an action that took long periods in the future. Again, the future perfect is the past of the future. We use it whenever we see the word by. For the future perfect continuous, we use it to say that there is an action in progress in the future, and it's happening right now. Alright, guys? Muhammad Amin, I will raise my voice. Okay, so let's move on to the exercises themselves, just to understand. So I will give you two exercises. Again, two exercises. For you, it's very simple, but let's do it like quickly. All right. So the first one is given for you. They will have completed the new bridge by the end of the year. Again, will plus have plus past participle. Will plus have plus past participle, and that is the future perfect simple. And again, we have the word by. We have the word by. They will have completed the new bridge by the end of the year. Alright? Yes, and you're fast. Alright, so let's check the other questions. I'll give you just a few seconds. Just take a look at it, and we will move very quickly. Guys, try to write in English, please. and try to share your ideas. I will tell you about the writing. I will tell you. English, please. So let's move on to the answers. The answers will be right below here. So the first one, again, future perfect simple, because we have the by. Make it as simple as that. The second one, by the end of this week, 17 weeks for my phone to be repaired. I will or shall have been waiting. Who wrote it correct? We have Ala. No, Tala. Rafat, good. Yazan. Yazan, good. Yazan, you did good. Rafat, you did not. Have been waiting. That's future perfect. Yazan, Rafat, we saw it today. We saw this today. If we have a long duration, see, 17 weeks. If we have a long duration, we need to write in future perfect continuous or progressive. If we had just by and the time, we write it in future perfect simple. You can use either shall or will. It's up to you. Okay. Again, we have a will or shall have been waiting. And what did I say? When we have a duration, here we have a duration. The second sentence, 17 weeks. We have a duration, 17 weeks. If we find a duration in the sentence, guys, automatically you put it in future perfect progressive. Okay, Rafat, guys. Abdullah, no Arabic for the last time. And thank you so much for that. I like it. So, number 3, do you realize that on August 15, we, in this house for 50 years, live. We, okay, Azan Hadi. Oh, that's mine. So, will or shall have been living or have lived. We can use both these answers. And sometimes it's the case. Sometimes it's the case. We can use both of these answers. No, it's mine. That's it. We will have it's correct. Both of them are correct for this sentence only. Number 4, I hope the verb is finished, this report by the end of the day. Here we have, will have finished. Exactly. Why? Again, because we have the word by. Keep this in mind. If you don't have the duration and we have by, it's easy. Future perfect. Number 5, she for work before the children get home from school. We have leave. My mistake. So will have left. Again, an action that will happen before another action in the future. An action, the action of leaving the house or leaving for work, will happen before the action of the children going home from school. And this is why we have will have left. It's the future perfect simple. Okay? My mistake again. So, number 6, we non-stop for 14 hours before we get to Calcutta. It's a city in Mexico. So, fly. We. Yes. Will fly. Well, we're talking either about future perfect simple or future perfect progressive. Left. No. Will non-stop flying. We'll have. Let's check the answers. So will or shall have been flying. What did I say? We have for 14 hours, and we said this is a duration. We use a duration. We use the future perfect progressive. We use the word by. We use the future perfect simple. It's not. If you have a duration, future perfect progressive. You don't. If you have by, that's future perfect simple. It's question number 6. Now we're going to question number 7. They, the verb is complete, work on the great dam by the end of this decade. Completed. 7. Yes, we're talking about 7 right now. Okay, this is the one. So they work on the great dam by the end of this decade, and the verb is complete. We'll have completed. So by the end of this decade, we'll have completed, and that is correct. Why? Again, make it simple, because we have the word by. Make your life easier. And the last one is number 8 for this exercise. Radio waves from Earth. The verb is travel for light years before anyone picks them up. Traveling. Traveling with the E, not I. Will have been traveling. Will be traveling. Interesting answers. Will have traveled. Are you sure, Yazan? Are you sure? We have for light years. Will have been traveling. What did I say? Now I said that if we have a duration, and here the duration is light years. If we have a duration, that means they will spend time in the future, and that means we need to use the future perfect progressive. Alright? But still, we can use the will have traveled. I like this kind of questions because whatever you write, it will be correct. But again, you need to justify your own answer. If I ask you about this, you need to justify your own answer. I give you the easiest one. If you find by, if you don't find duration, that's future perfect simple. If not, that's future perfect progressive. Now keep this in mind because it's a good tip. Yes, Hadi, I'm listening. Actually, I'm reading. We use going to when we plan already to do something in the future. Now I'm going to finish this PowerPoint as fast as I can. You're going to study until midnight. We're going to meet tomorrow in school. So we plan to do all of these things. This is when we use going to, but it's in the future, and that's the same thing. So guys, this is the last exercise for this, for the future perfect simple and future perfect progressive. Don't mind the photo. It's only for you to know the topic of the paragraph. What's this DDD? Guys, no side talks. Ala, Walid, no side talks, please. Spam. The written topics, it's everything we learned. I mean, not everything, we will pick 2 topics, but still, it's the topic that we covered in the class and we covered in the exam. So we will give you one of these similar topics, not one of them exactly, just similar topics. And again, it's about argumentative. Once we're done with the PowerPoint, I will tell you exactly what will, not exactly, I will not give you the exam. I'm going to tell you how to do your planning and how to write your own essay. Just quick tips. Alright, so let's finish this one first, and then we move to phrasal verbs, and then we will finish with some tips about writing. So for this one, put in the simple future, the future progressive or the future perfect simple. I think it's easy for you. Alright, so by the middle of the 21st century, we will have built space stations with which and the verb is circle the earth and will have built, will be circling, or will circle. Okay, we can use will circle because it's, let's say, it's prediction. We can use circle. Okay, and probably circle the moon too. I'll try to raise my voice a little bit. So, and probably circle the moon too. Alright? So, probably be circling, or will probably circle. Again, it's a prediction. We can use either the simple future or the future progressive. Alright? Next, we, the verb is establish, basis on planets like Mars. Alright, I'm waiting for two others to answer. So is it will establish or will be establishing? Let's see. So will have established or will be establishing. Either one is correct. Alright? At present, we use a radar to watch nearly 8,000 objects in space in addition, so we move on. These increase in number by the year 2050. By the year 2050? Really, Yusuf? Yes, and think again. Will have increased or will be increasing. But again, both answers are correct, but I prefer this one. Will have increased because we have the word by. So again, these will have increased in number by the year 2050, as I told you. And orbit the Earth. Again, if you find in a sentence two verbs and you find and, they need to have the same tense. In a sentence with two verbs linked by the words and, they need to have the same tense. So, will be orbiting. So if we take will be orbiting here, the first one will be increasing. Will have, no, will be. Teacher, you said that when you see the word by, we instantly write will have been. I know. When we see the word by, we write the future perfect simple. But again, I told you that both these answers are correct. And if we find and here and in the sentence, we need both. No, it will be. Both verbs needs to have the same tense. So if this one is will be increasing, the next one will be orbiting. And again, orbiting will take some time in the future. You got my point? Orbiting will take some time in the future. And this is why I said will be increasing and will be orbiting. Now this is the general rule. I'm giving you the idea about the general rule. I know that in the exam you'll be getting like simpler questions, but this will help you to understand why we put such tense in that place. Alright, so let's move on with number 7. NORAD, that's the name of the space station, maybe? No, that's not the name of the space station. It's like NASA. Okay, NORAD have more and more rubbish to watch as the years go by. We'll have, right, will have, that's correct. We move quickly to number 8. Most of the staff that stay up there maybe you'll tell us about NORAD tomorrow. Will be, we will check. Will stay or will be staying, okay, up there. We hope. The sad fact is that we who are alive today not clear up our own junk tomorrow. We'll be staying, watch, not clear up. Is it want or will? Want to be clear up. If we use be, you need to write ing after clear. We will not be clear enough. I told you, if you use be, you need to write ing. It's not hope. We hope that that's in the previous sentence, and it's not what we need to put in a tense. So our junk tomorrow, perhaps we just watch from some other safe place as it goes around and around the earth. So perhaps we just watch. We will just watch. We will be just watching. Now which one is correct? We will what is it, number 10? So we will just be watching. We will just be watching. Yes, will just, and then be, and then watch, and then ing. Okay? So this will, yes? Okay. So this was about the future tenses. And again, tomorrow you won't have all of these questions. You will be having only few of them, if not one, and they are not that hard. Try to focus on what exactly you can use to know which tense will you put the verb in. So if you find by, again, that's a future perfect. If you find a duration, that's future perfect progressive. Just keep this in mind, please. It's just a good tip. Alright, so let's move on to the next part of our presentation, which is the phrasal verb. Now the phrasal verb, I know that you are using all of these phrasal verbs every single day, and we used also in class, like switch off the light, put on your jacket, pick up the pen, stuff like that. So the phrasal verb are simple as this. There are verbs that we add adverbs and prepositions to them. Right? Verbs that we add adverbs and prepositions to them. And we call them phrasal verbs. Okay? So, who can write me some phrasal verbs in the chat? Let me see. Guys, phrasal verbs. Pick your pen. Calm down, guys. Yes, exactly, Walid. So, pick up your pen. Pick is the verb, up is the preposition. Pick up your pen, not pick your pen. We fall down. That's good. Pick up. Exactly like that. That's good. See, it's not that hard. And again, you won't be needing all of this stuff. Just keep in mind, try to use it as often as you can, and you will master all of these phrasal verbs. Because we use these phrasal verbs just to make our communication more easy. Instead of saying a lot of words to express one meaning, we just use one single phrasal verb. Sit down, stand up. Okay, that's good. That's good. Now again, we can use so we put away the dishes or we put the dishes away. In a phrasal verb, we can write the preposition or the adverb either after the object or before the object. So like this example, we put away the dishes or we put the dishes away. It's up to you to justify your answers. Yes, I know it. So I prepared some worksheets for you about the phrasal verbs. We will only be doing one worksheet because I know that you got the idea, and I know that you got a lot of phrasal verbs in your brain, and you know how to use it. So we will move quickly to our worksheet, and in the worksheet here, in this worksheet, we have some phrasal verbs with their, you see this? I will be giving you, let's just finish this first, okay? I told you that the best stuff will stay until the end. If you keep on watching, I will tell you. So again, yes sir. Oh, no. So again, the phrasal verbs that have some meanings, and this is why we use them. Instead of saying a lot of stuff, we just use the phrasal verb. And again, in the exam, we'll be having something similar to this. You will have a sentence, some empty space, and some multiple choices. And you will pick the correct one according to the meaning. Alright, so let's start with the first one. This candle will not blow, and with the meaning that we need to blow up. So do I need to explain? I don't think so. So pass, stop causing problems, and that is blow. What do you mean by blow up? No. Rafat, last chance. Blow up, that means explode. Explode. But we need something that means pass or stop causing problems, and that is blow over. Thank you. Who said it? So thank you, Well, for that. Thank you so much. The second one, I was, empty space, by her performance. And we need a phrasal verb that means very impressed. I was, this is easy. No, this is the easiest one, I think. I was. Oh, come on, write the answers. C. I was blown away. I was blown away. That's C. I was blown away. I was very impressed with that. So my car on the way to work. So stopped running. And this is easy. Come on. This is easy. Yes, blown away. So number 3. Stopped running. A. Broke down. That's correct. Now this is easy. I told you. The inmates. The inmates are people who are in prison or in jail. The inmates escaped last night. So, which one is it? The inmates broke out. Broke out. It's broke out. Broke out. It's A. Number 5. P1. Hey, do you want to go out? Person number 2. No, let's stay. Let's stay. I don't want to go out. Let's stay. N. That's correct. Very good. Number 6. I told you it's easy stuff. Number 6. How late you... This one. How late do you let your son stay on weekdays? Number 6. And the answer is stay up. Okay. That's correct. Number 7. If you have give something away, does this mean you're selling it? No. It means that you're giving it for free or yes. So, give something away. This one, what does it mean? Give something away. Broke out means that you escaped from one place. If you are trapped in a place, you broke out, that means you escape from one place. Guys, if you keep typing like this, I cannot read your answers. You don't have to write a lot, to type a lot of letters. Alright? Thank you, guys. So again, broke out means escaping from one place. Okay? So give something away. What does it mean? Give something away. Does it mean that you're going to sell it or you're going to give it for free? You're not going to throw it, you're going to give it, yes, for free. Exactly. Give it for free. You're not going to sell it. You're not going to get money. Yes. Which number? Number 8. So person 1, are you still engaged to Susan? Person 2, no. We off the engagement last month. We're no longer engaged. Guys, stop typing a lot. We broke. Yes, we broke off. That's correct. Number 9, they invited us for dinner, but we them off. We said no. This term has a negative connotation, like you don't care enough to do something. So we student 1, yes, we threw them off. As if we just take them and threw them away. We threw them off. Lastly, number 10, don't space me off. Don't make me lose my focused concentration. Don't. I think الطيب got it correct. Yes. Don't throw me off. Don't throw me off. Alright, guys? Okay, so now I think you have a general idea about phrasal verbs. And again, we will not be giving you something that we did not see in class. Tayyib, can you give us the M correct and can you explain what you mean? And I'll be back to you. The answers. The answers for this one are in here. Here are the answers. Right? So I have the answers from 1 up to 10. Feel free to watch this again and check the answers. Okay? So guys, I will keep this screen. I will tell you about the planning and thank you. About the planning and about the essays. About the subject themselves. You need to know that we are going to give you 2 subjects. You're going to choose one of them. Yes, I'm listening. You're going to choose one of them. Okay? And this subject will be about something that we studied in Unit 5 and 6. Whether it's global warming, wind power, mobile phones, working out at gym. One of these subjects, not these subjects, not specifically this subject. One of these subjects are going to come in your exam. Okay, the planning. I will tell you about the planning. You will be having a planning page exactly like the book. The essay will be an argumentative essay. You will have to balance between the argumentative that are with and the argumentative that are against. And again, as I told my students, if you take a paper and you fold it like this, they need to be balanced. If you write one argument in the with, in the advantages, you need to write another argument in the disadvantages. Okay? And for each argument, you need to write at least one justification. And the justification can be anything. Again, if you can convince us with your argument, you can write whatever you like. Okay? Again, in the planning, you will be having a planning layout. Okay? You'll have you need to provide 2 arguments for the advantages or the again, please. I will say it again. Exactly. It's an argumentative essay. Rather, argumentative essay. Okay? In each side, you have 2 sides. You have the advantages and the disadvantages. In the disadvantages, you need to give us 2 arguments. For each one, it's an essay, yes. For each one, you need to give us 1 justification. Guys, make your life easy with giving us the easiest justification with the easiest point of the argument. In the planning, do not write the full sentence. Never write the full sentence. If we're going to talk about mobile phones and you're going to give me an advantage, just say easify communication. Alright? Easify communication. Just write the expression. Just write the point. Do not write the full sentence. Is it clear? Okay. So, for this justification, for example, easify. How can we take full mark, teacher? There is Walid, not now. Alright, so again, so we have 1 argument, easify communication. That means making communication easy. And for the justification, just write we can reach out for distant relatives. We can reach for distant relative. As simple as that. Okay. Again, in the planning, just write notes. Do not write full sentences. Write notes. Do not write full sentences. This is first. Second, in the essay, try to give us like a layout. When we look at your essay, we need to know that you are going to write the introduction in here, then the body, and then the conclusion. And when you start writing, just leave some place for the introduction. Start with the body, and then the conclusion, and then finish with the introduction. We have 3 parts. We have the introduction, then the body, and then the conclusion. In the body itself, we need to have 2 parts. the first one is the against argument, or with arguments, the advantages, if you want to call it like that. And the second one, yes, two parts in the body, and the second one will be the disadvantages. Exactly, the pros and the cons. Okay, and again, no matter what you're going to talk about, try to convince us with any idea. The most important part is that we can see the exact layout. We can see that you wrote an introduction, a body, and the conclusion. We need to know that you are using linking expressions, linking words like however, like moreover, firstly, on one hand, on the other hand, to conclude. I will say that in conclusion. All of this stuff matters. No matter the idea is. Again, all of this stuff matters. Yes, just leave a simple, not just one line. Okay, that's it. When I look at your paper, it needs to have, I will show you. It needs to have spaces, as if I am seeing somebody who wrote something similar to this. I will try to draw it for you now. And I think I showed to some of you today. And it needs to be as simple as this. So you need to have an introduction, you need to have a body and a conclusion. So something like this. So the first one, this one, just 3 lines. Don't make your life hard. 3 lines. This one needs to be an introduction. And then we have the body. The body will be composed of 2 paragraphs. Each paragraph will have an indentation. Leave some space between each paragraph and leave some space before writing the first words. Alright? So you have the introduction, just 3 lines. Then we have the body, 2 paragraphs, 1 and 2. Leave some space and write the conclusion. Alright? Can I say in the end of the introduction, let us see some... Exactly, that's what I want you to write. What I want you to write is... let me give you an example of the mobile phones, the easiest one. So mobile phones, we can start with simple sentences like, nobody can live without mobile phones. Alright, as simple as that. Nowadays, nobody can live without mobile phones. Alright, I will type it for you, but you're not going to use it. So, because it's not about mobile phones, okay guys? Nowadays, so now, it's not working. I think it's... Can you type about bicycle? So, nowadays, no one can live without mobile phones. This can be a good sentence that you use now, not now. Okay, that you can use in your essay. Again, the most important part is that you know how to write. The most important part is that you can use linking verbs, use the present tense. Use the present tense. Use linking words and try to give us some like new vocabs. Okay, try to use some vocabs that we covered in class. Okay, and that's it. Regardless of the arguments you're going to give, because each one of you, I know that you're smart, I know that you have a lot of arguments, a lot of ideas. Okay, so try to use those ideas in your favor. I know that you got a lot of ideas. When you write your essay, try to forget about them. Alright? Be sure that you wrote exactly what you have in your planning. Do not exceed. Is it clear, guys? Write exactly what you have in your planning. Okay? Do you have questions? Yes, Walid, I'm waiting for you. If you have questions, guys, please let me know. And again, about the subject, it will be about some of the speaking subjects and whatever we covered in the class. About the conclusion. In the conclusion, just write a couple of sentences. In those sentences, you have the freedom. Either you tell me your own opinion, or you give me an advice, or you just open the horizon. It's up to you. No strings attached. You can do whatever you like as long as you be relevant to our essay. You're not going to tell me about something that has nothing to do with the essay. So now is the QA questions. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Yes, so teacher, like an example, if they told us to write about the gym, nowadays many people stop going to the gym and doing exercise. They stop going to the gym and do exercises. If you like to use this sentence, I will not say no, but still, try to give me something of your own. Try to give me something, try to be special. Right? Again, the writing is the only way we know that you know how to use English. I know that you're smart. I know that you have a lot of ideas. Try to take the ideas that you see in daily life and put it in your exam. And I'm sure that you can come up with a lot of things better than we give you. Guys, I'm here for you. So if you have any questions, please, about anything related to the class and English, of course, I'm waiting for you. Bicycle and disadvantages. I mean, it's a waste of time. Bicycle is a waste of time. If you're late already and you want to go to your job, it's a waste of time. Again, if you're going to use bicycle in Doha and Qatar in summer, I mean, who can do that? Those are two like cons of bicycle. But we're done with speaking, I think. So can you give us some pros and cons? You should use car. Yes, exactly. And you can give your own experience if you want. Again, in the justification, you can give your own experience. Yes, motorcycle. You can give your own experience. You can give us a quote. Guys, you don't have to be specific. You don't have to be realistic. Okay? You can lie about it. You can make up a story as long as we can believe you. As long as you make us believe you. As long as you convince us and you know how to use your words, lie about it. It's a writing, okay? Be creative. And the most important part is to be simple. Don't make a lot of mistakes, okay? Watch your punctuation, watch your spelling, and watch, please, your capital letters. The subject of the writing is unknown. I did not see him, but I know that it's in Unit 5 and 6, and I think it includes also the speaking, so you have a general idea about what topics will come. If you don't have any more questions, guys, I wish you all the best, and may you all get like full marks. And I'm sure that you will excel in this exam. Thank you so much, guys, for staying up late with me. See you tomorrow. It will be so easy, the exam. You have my word. It will be so easy, the exam. I wish you all the best. And see you tomorrow, guys. Okay? Have a good night.